Back out here at Blades Hair Nail Salon for the St. Jude Cut-a-thon. 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln. Appointments and walk-ins welcome. 732-7213 or 732-6293. This is going to last from 9 a.m. to 12. Children, men, and women cuts. All proceeds going to a great cause. Josh Komnick, the furniture guy, Jake Johnston, and Justin Tierney was in here, but he slipped into the spray tan booth to get a little tan. And we've invited in Jenny Leisinger to talk a little bit about Railer Boosters. Jenny, thanks for stopping in.
Good morning.
You know, I know you've got a busy day. What's going on today for the football team getting ready for the season? I know you've been out at the field, and it's going to be out there going on all day.
Today, Lincoln hosts the 7-on-7 tournament, and so they're out there playing today from about 9:30 till 2 or 2:30 this afternoon. And we saw the teams coming in from all around the area. Don't have a list of the teams that are here this year, but the football boosters are out there running the concession stand, starting to make some money for the team to help support them throughout the year.
Good, good. And the 7-on-7, is that something that the football team and the Booster Club has been doing now for several years, or is something you just started? Is it a good moneymaker for the football program?
The 7-on-7 started a few years ago with Coach Shaner. And I don't recall exactly what year we started hosting our own. Our team goes to other 7-on-7s throughout the year. Last weekend they were in Washington for a 7-on-7.
Yeah, I was going to have, going to have Coach McDonald in. Of course, he's been busy the last couple of weeks, as you said, camp last week, camp this week. So next week we're hoping to get newly appointed Railer football coach, Coach McDonald. And I'm sure you've gotten a chance to know Coach McDonald very well, and somebody that the guy is going to represent the school program very well, and the boosters are happy to have him.
We are. Coach Max, he's a great guy. He's a good individual. My son is a senior this year, and those kids have had Coach Mack as a coach when they were sophomores, and they like him real well. They respect him tremendously, so they're real excited to have him lead up their varsity team and their football program this year as well. Transition
had to be a little easier for not only your son, but other players that coming in, losing a coach that they, I'm sure, liked and respected, but a guy that was already on the staff and came in and is going to pick up right where Coach Shaner left off, and hopefully bring even more.
Right. I don't think there's too many changes. The kids haven't come home and said, that there's huge changes on the way. I think he's pretty much following through with, the program thus far.
And a big thing while you're here is you're president of the Booster Club for the Lincoln Railer football team, and you need help, sponsorship. Tell us what you need, and if any listeners out there would want to help in the concession stand or take tickets or do whatever needs to be done for a booster club to run a football program, what do you need?
Sure. We would love to have people come in and help us. We appreciate the community support that we do get. The most important thing you can do is come out and watch our kids play. We have four home games. Come out and watch them play. Buy something in the concession stand. That's our biggest fundraiser throughout the year. Also right now we have our annual booster membership drive going on, and that's a simple way to show your support for the team. We have 3 membership levels. You can do the First Down Club for $25, the Letterman Club for $35, or the Touchdown Club for $50, and you can just send those checks to Lincoln Football P.O. Box 801.
There you go.
We also have a booth at the fair this next week, so when you go to the county fair, buy your beverages at the Lincoln High School football booth. We're right under the stands. We'll have water, soda, Powerade. So it's a good bargain, and you'll see the players out there working in the concession in our booth, as well as the parents.
Sure, and I know in previous years you've had T-shirts, Huggies, whatever you want to call them, can koozies, things like that. Anything with Railer football gear, are you going to have that out there again this year? No, we're not planning to have any kind of spirit items out there. We will have spirit items available at our home games. Yeah, and for new parents, they do an annual potluck at the end of double sessions, and new parents can update their apparel. There you go, for the 2011 season. That's right. Talking about that 2011 season, and Jenny has brought in a schedule. Looks like we open up with Rochester as we did last year, the defending state champs. So that will be a game you'll want to go out and especially see. That's at home, and then at Canton, got Jacksonville at home, Springfield Lanphier on the road, Springfield Southeast on the road, Chatham Glenwood at home, Springfield on the road, and then Taylorville will be our last home game, it looks like, and that will be Friday, October the 14th. So a busy schedule. And just name some of the things that the Booster Club really takes care of as far as helping out with the football program. You talked about scholarships to get kids to camps. Just there's a number of things on this list that you brought, and a big thing that every program needs. You're talking about basketball, baseball, football, all that stuff has to be taking place, and you are doing a fine job of heading it. Talk about the things that that you do for the football program.
Sure. We have a lot of hardworking parents and Booster Club members that all come together and work to provide our team some extras that they wouldn't get without the football boosters. We provide a Thursday night meal for the varsity team every night before a Friday game, and
that's
for
a
those
lot of
9
meals.
games,
that's a lot of guys coming in.
It's 9 meals. We're hoping for at least 10 this year.
Yeah, we need that many. And how many guys are you feeding? What's the football probably got? What, 30 guys?
Right. We feed around 50 people every Thursday night. Yeah.
Can you add two more for us, Jake?
Do a live radio show from the meal.
You could come on the last night. We feed everybody: cheerleaders, the freshmen,
radio crew.
Sure.
Good. Okay.
We're media.
Yeah.
We got media
There you go.
Yeah,
we got
there
the
you
passes,
go.
so you can.
All right. Our team has been going to team camp the last couple of years, so they went to there and up at ISU in July, and we help provide scholarships for the kids who can't afford the entire fee to go.
Sure.
At all away games, we give the kids a sandwich and a drink after the games. Some of those kids, when they leave the school at 3:30, haven't had anything to eat since lunch at 11, 12 o'clock. We help every year upgrade equipment, upgrades, whatever the coach asks for. We donate money towards that. We provide team shirts and shorts that they'll get for doubles to wear. We have had to the last few years kick in to help pay for uniforms. The budget at the high school is a little bit strapped, so we kick in to help pick up that shortage there. We do all of the homecoming and senior night activities, the decorating you see out there, the whitewashing. If you love to whitewash, we need people to come out and help whitewash. So usually this Sunday afternoon, going into homecoming week, if you feel the need to, put some good spirit items around the parking lot and down Prim Road, come on out to the concession stand for homecoming week.
Promoting vandalism?
Yeah, No, we're just on the street.
We do get permission. We provide the meal for all of our players and coaches at the annual banquet. We do provide coaching staff assistance when they go to clinics throughout the year. We pay for their lodging and food, and we help with the 7-on-7. A couple other things we're doing this year, if you're interested. We are starting something just the last couple years. We put metal signs along the fence out at the field, and so we can take advertisers for that. It's just $100 for a sign, and it's up during the whole football season and all the soccer games.
Okay.
So that's an opportunity. And we have game ball sponsors for home games. The other big fundraiser, September the 8th. I don't know how I can forget this. My 11th year as the chicken dinner chairman.
Nice.
So Nelson's
Not
chicken...
only the president, but the chicken dinner chairman.
Yeah.
Nice.
The fun just, goes on and on. So the kids will be getting those tickets August the 10th.
And for what I know, those are big. I mean, I've been several times. And
We serve over 1,100 meals.
Wow.
We also include the youth football program in that. The high school runs the fundraiser, but they sell their tickets, and the proceeds from the youth football stay with youth football. The high school tickets stay with the high school program.
Okay.
But then it's been a very popular and well-received fundraiser by the community, and it's a great meal. Half of chicken, mashed potatoes,
I've had
green
it several
beans.
times.
And then another thing, that same day, the day of the, at the end of double sessions, I don't have the date, third week in August, the kids will be going around door to door, the high school team, to sell extra chicken dinner tickets. That way they don't have to do another fundraiser. So the community's been really good. So they hit all of their friends and family first, because they're each given 10 to sell, and then they go out in the community and kind of canvass neighborhoods.
Sure. Well, a lot of things going on, and you do a lot to head this program, and the 7-on-7 things, the senior night stuff, the meals, Thursday night meals. I know that's got to be a big ordeal to get everybody to feed those monsters and everything else, to get everything prepared to that. So Jenny, we want to thank you for heading this program and everybody involved in the Railer Booster program that does everything, and I'm sure you've got a lot of help.
I have great help. My other officers I want to mention, Jason Schmitz, our vice president, Deanne Cooper is our treasurer. That's a huge job. She's got to have cash boxes ready for every fundraiser, every game. And Michelle Lamoth is our secretary, and she's also heading up our membership drive. And we have lots of other dedicated parents. Kay Armbruster is heading up the Thursday night meals, feeding all those kids and getting that all organized. So we have the parents that are involved, the people in the community that are involved, that really put in a lot of time and effort. We have a lot of fun, too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we want to say thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being the head of this program and getting everybody. If you want to become a member of the Booster Club, how can they get a hold of somebody? Who do they call, and what number is that?
Well, you can, if you want to be a booster member, you can, send your donation into P.O. Box 801, and more information is available on the LincolnFootball.com website. It's www.lincolnfootball.com, and we try and get all of our booster information in there, as well as you can see, photos from prior games, that kind of thing. If you want any other information, you can call my number. It's 732-4403.
Okay, sounds good. Jenny, thanks for stopping in.
One other thing.
Sure.
Where do you get the information about the signs and stuff? Advertising on those?
You might have already sold one.
I was going to say, just go ahead and sign me up.
There's a little spark of interest.
Just go ahead and sign me up for one.
I will pass your name on to the gal in charge of that.
Just tell her to put my name on one and bill me out Jake's Furnishings.
All right.
That's how he does it. See, we brought you on. We sold you a sign. What more could you have wanted this morning?
Couldn't ask for anything more.
Jenny Leisinger, president of the Railer Booster Football Program. Thanks for stopping in. She's got to get back out to the 7-on-7 tournament. She's got more work to do. So, Jenny, thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick commercial break here from Blades Hair Nail Salon. We're out here for the St. Jude Cut-a-thon. Stop on out from 9 a.m. to 12 today. We are the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM and WLCN online. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, LLC, open Monday through Saturday, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, featuring the annual St. Jude Cut-a-thon. That's going on right now until noon. Walk-ins welcome with 100% of all the proceeds to benefit St. Jude's Children's Research. Call 732-7213 or 732-6293. Also want to thank some more of our sponsors, of course, the Furniture Guy, Jake Johnston. That's 1100 Woodlawn Road. Jim Grimaldi, attorney at law. The Christian Village, Rail Splitter Veterinary Wellness Center. The new Lincoln Speedway. Stacy Family Pharmacy, St. Clair's Manor. Goodwill of Lincoln. Eaton Corporation, Lincoln College. Friggy Calvert Strainer Funeral Homes in Lincoln and Mount Pulaski. Edward Jones, financial advisor Bob Neal. Global Tech Training, and that's it. Next week we'll be at the Merchants Building at the Logan County Fair. Guys, we got about 7 minutes left. We've talked NFL. Sounds like Zook is ready for the season. I don't know if the team will be, but they're coming off a bowl win, which is for us Illinois fans. We were happy about that. They were not
change of pace for us.
Not. Maybe picked to win against Baylor last year, but they did, and they won convincingly, and hopefully we're right back in it. Of course, we lost a good running back to the NFL and a good D lineman, but it sounds like, of course, the quarterback will be back. Hopefully, if we can replace that running back somehow, even 75% of it. Problem is the Big Ten isn't very easy.
Yeah, it never is. The one thing I think Illinois made a big move last year long term is that they brought in an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, and kind of let Ron Zook take a step back and not
do nothing.
Be a little bit less involved in critical decisions, and you see the rewards from that. You see what's benefited. They benefited from that. So hopefully this Mr. Petrino, I believe, is the offensive coordinator. Hopefully he can work his magic again, and Illinois can put some points on the board, because that's certainly not easy to do in the Big Ten.
No, and they didn't last year very well at times. Of course, there were several games where LeSure would just rush like crazy, and that's why he was a draft pick. But It's going to be a little harder for them this year, I think, to score. The quarterback, Skillhouse, has not proven that he is a great thrower yet, and I'm sure that's something that he's worked on all summer and in training camp and when they go to Rantoul, all that kind of stuff that goes on. But they still have to be able to run the ball. You still got to run the ball in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
that's that smash mouth league.
I look at the Big Ten this year, and I cannot remember a time where, in my lifetime, where Ohio State and Michigan were both in the position they're in now, where they're both. I mean, they'll be good, but I mean, Ohio State's going to be missing.
It happens when you're paying players.
Yeah, that I didn't say they didn't have their own issues, but
when you're doing illegal things, doesn't work out.
Still shocking though to see Ohio State and Big Ten are going to be middle of the pack Big Ten teams.
Well, and I think Nebraska is just going to come in this year and just say here we're here, and it may not be fun for a lot of people playing Nebraska.
They might regret
because they're really good.
Nebraska's definitely. Well, actually, I'm not going to say that. Iowa's going to look. I think
Iowa and Wisconsin are both going to be solid too.
Going to be solid, yeah.
I think Ferentz is the best coach in the Big Ten. He just gets good players, and
all around with recruiting and everything.
Guy's a monster.
To be honest, in the
Who
Big
wants
Ten,
to go to?
That's a lot.
How do you get guys to go to Iowa City? I mean, I know
Michigan State's going to be awfully
big.
good this year too.
And you know what? We always forget about him every year, but old Joe Pa over there in Penn State, this might be a year where he works some of his voodoo magic.
Well, I tell you what, he'll pull them out too, won't he?
Yeah.
I mean, and then. The problem is I don't think he has enough criminals on his team this year. Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean that.
You're thinking of Ohio State.
He's not supposed to be doing that anymore. But and I don't know if you know, Tierney, but who's in that league now since they've split up the divisions in Illinois?
They got the leaders and the leaders and the legends.
Yeah,
right? I think Illinois is in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and maybe Wisconsin, but don't quote me on that.
Wow,
I wish that was our basketball division.
Yeah.
Nebraska and Iowa and Minnesota. I'll take those three in basketball.
Right, and Nebraska won't be much in, but that will be a fun trip if you ever get a chance to maybe go to Nebraska. For those diehard Illinois fans around here that make the trip over to Champaign every weekend and take the bus trip to the away games. That would be fun to head to Nebraska and watch that.
Good to have Nebraska's tradition, man. You got the Tom Osborne and the wing tee and all that stuff. I mean, they're going to be a fun team to have in the Big Ten. Maybe not so fun to play against, but
again, that's just going to broaden the recruiting base for all the Big Ten schools, not just Nebraska.
Maybe Nebraska can be that Big Ten team who wins a bowl game. Since we always get killed in the big bowls, we do. We get beat down by the SEC every year, and we're just not.
It's not fast.
Yeah. Maybe they'll be the team that can break through and win a big bowl game for us.
Yeah, and they have some of that in being their head coaches from the SEC. He was a head defensive coordinator at LSU, and
he looks like the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he gets a little feisty after them boys. Yeah. But college football will be right around the corner, and that's something I enjoy. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy. You got high school football coming up. Of course, school will be starting soon, and we'll be heading over to Champaign. Do you get a chance to go over and watch much?
I don't think I've been over 2 years. I did go. Actually, I did last year for Southern Illinois Carbondale. I liked what I saw of the quarterback in person. Skillhouse, I think is his name, or Skillhouse. He's mobile, and I think that's the way college football is trending with the spread offenses and things. And I think he can do some things. And everything I read on him is that he's a great kid, a great leader. Does the right things, and I think that's extremely important from the quarterback position as a kid who can lead on the field and can kind of take charge of a huddle and things like that.
Well, and they definitely need that. They have, as you say, the quarterback is the leader, the ringleader, the guy that gets them going, and they are going to need it. I think they're a young team.
And the thing I worry about with Illinois is they've always, the last couple of years, they've had an explosive offensive player in Michael Shore and Aurelius Ben before that. And I don't really see Mendenhall, exactly. I don't really see that right now. You hope that somebody steps up and takes over that role of being a big play guy or a guy who can break a big run, but I just don't know if I see that really as being a part of our offense, and that's something that'll be an adjustment.
Well,
real quick, not to interrupt, but in the Illinois division, it'll be Illinois, Indiana, Ohio State, Penn State, Purdue, and Wisconsin.
I don't think I had any of them right then.
Wow. You're fired.
Yeah, but we got, you're looking at that in football terms, and you're talking Ohio State, Penn State, Well, Purdue once in a while, about every 4
Purdue
years.
and Indiana will be winnable games.
And then Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin we won't beat Wisconsin.
Oh.
No,
and even in basketball, that's going to be a fun conference in basketball right there.
Ohio State's good.
I don't think the divisions, do they factor in basketball?
It won't factor, but they'll actually play each other more, I believe, is how they're planning on doing it. Kind of like an unbalanced schedule, I guess, is kind of the way they're going to do it. But we'll see. But
I know, I was talking a little bit of Illinois basketball. I saw their schedule this week, but I didn't know any of the other teams they're playing this year on their non-conference schedule. I think Coppin State, is that a college?
Yeah, well, you know what? The thing about them is I believe they're going to be ranked right off the get-go. I believe they are.
Really?
Yeah.
They're really young, and
they are really young.
It's going to be. They don't have anybody that can score, and it's going to be a tough year. I think.
What frustrates me is I read all these off-season reports of Illinois players like Myers Leonard played for Team USA, and he just dominated. You know how many years I've had to listen to off-season reports? Last year, Mike Tisdale was going to be the Big Ten Player of the Year. Dimitri McCamey had figured his stuff out.
The Smith kid from a few years back.
Yeah, I mean,
my goodness.
The offseason for Illinois basketball has got to be one of the most depressing off seasons.
He's going
Turkey. He signed with Turkey.
Going to Europe.
I think he's Darren Williams' backup over there in Turkey, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
That is a place where he should be.
Hey, guys, at 10 o'clock, that's all that they let us do. So we've got to stop from Blades Hair Nail Salon at the St. Jude Cut-a-thon. We still got time to come out here, though. We're done, but you still have time to get out here. It goes on till 12. Children, men, and women cuts. All proceeds go to St. Jude. Walk-ins, appointments, it doesn't matter. Come on out, 732-7213 or 732-6293. Come out to Blades Hair Nail Salon. Yeah, and Jake's going to get the locks cut off a little bit, and myself, I could use one too. So
I was just here Thursday. They do a great job here.
Yeah, and did you save it? Your hair?
No, I was here Thursday. If I would have known, I would have waited till Saturday. How about my spray tan, though?
Nice.
I think it looks pretty
good.
That
is coming in nice.
Yeah,
well,
I think
that'll
so.
be on the internet, WLCN online.com. That's going to do it here from Blades for Josh, for the furniture guy.
Jake.
Justin Tierney, thanks for stopping in. He's going to be a frequent visitor here on the cheap seats, so always enjoy. He's a sports guru.
Oh, no.
So,
no.
Thank God we finally got one of those.
Somebody knows what they're talking about. Jesus. That's going to do it here from Blades. You're in the cheap seats. Josh Komnick, again, the furniture guy, Justin Tierney. We'll see you next week. Next week we'll be at the Merchants Building out the Logan County Fair. It's fair time, guys.
Corn dog during the show
at 9. That's what
9
you need
in the morning.
Yeah.
When does Culler's French Fries open?
Not that early.
Yes.
Unless they get a recliner.
Jake, can you hook me up, brother?
Let's work on that. Come on now.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Jenny Leisinger, for stopping by. That's going to do it. Merchants Building next week for the fair. That'll do it for the cheap seats. 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.